Water is called universal solvent necessary for human civilization, living organisms and natural habitat. It is used for drinking, industry, agriculture, transportation, recreation and animal husbandry, producing electricity for domestic, commercial and industrial use. Water as a resource and river water, surface ponds, lakes, groundwater are all part of one system. Water is an important part of ecological system. Underground aquifers and rivers often cut across the state boundaries. Drought and flood affect vast areas of the country. Hydrogen cycle moves enormous quantity of water around the globe. 97.5% of all water on earth is saline water and remaining 2.5% is fresh water, most of which lies deep and frozen in Antarctica and Greenland, and only about 0.25% in rivers, lakes and in soils are readily usable for mankind. Water resources. Precipitation is the basic source of water for both surface water and groundwater. Precipitation in the rainfall varies across the regions of the country and it is found to be 100 millimeter in western part of Rajasthan and 10,000 millimeter at Cherrapunji in Meghalaya. Therefore, it is need of the hour to conserve the profile of soil, ponds, lakes, rivers and reservoirs for use during dry seasons. Reports indicated that out of total geographical area of 329 million hectare, 263 million people live in drought prone area. Let me take up surface water. Animal surface runoff generated by rainfall and snow melt is estimated to be about 1869 billion cubic meters, that is BCM in India. Over 90% of annual flow of the Himalayan rivers occurs over a 4 months period and capacity to capture such resources is complicated by suitable storage sites. Rainfall. The average annual rainfall in India is about 1170 millimeter. Possible changes in rainfall patterns in the coming years, global warming and climate change could affect India's water resources. About 10 million rainwater harvesting structures are to be constructed within a limited period to store the 400 BCM of river flows discharged into the sea without being utilized, as reported by Menon in 2001. This results in the acquisition of lakhs of hectares of land, mostly small landholders, displacing millions of poor farmers. Groundwater. It is estimated that about 30% of groundwater potential has been tapped for irrigation and domestic use, and India's rechargeable annual groundwater potential has been assessed at around 431 BCM in aggregate. Large parts of the country have already exploited dynamic recharge. It is reported that Punjab and Haryana exploited about 97% groundwater. States like Rajasthan, Gujarat, Western Uttar Pradesh and all Deccan states have depleting groundwater. In India, fragile water resources are stressed and depleting while various sectoral demands are growing rapidly. In the ancient times, maximum water resources have been used for agriculture irrigation but with the growth in Indian economy and industrial activities, share of water is changing rapidly. Also, increased population, urbanization put an additional demand on water resources. Various reports revealed that annual demand of water may increase from 552 BCM in 1997 to 1050 BCM by 2025. Physical resources. Physiogeographical factors play a very important role in the origin, distribution and utilization of water resources. India is divided into following regions: the northern mountains, the Great Plain, the central islands, the peninsular plateau, the east coast belt, the west coast belts and the islands. Entire country has been divided into 6 major river resource regions, 35 basins, 112 catchments, 550 subcatchments and 3237 major watersheds.